Intune, there wasn't a lot in Intune. There were some good advancements, but there wasn't a lot this quarter. Again, there's going to be some good announcements coming out of Ignite. So be on the lookout for those. But they revamped the enterprise application management page. They added some alerting on here, some notifications about available updates. They made it more visible that there were some updates. Admins can actually edit properties as needed now. So that was something that was lacking. You can actually set some automatic app updates as well versus having to go in there and configure it. So they did some revamping to the portal and made some of the features a little bit easier to use. If you have a home screen that you push out, you can actually, especially from frontline workers, you give more capabilities to manage those. Before it was just a container. Now you can actually manage the whole home screen if you need to. You can limit user access to necessary apps. You can restrict available settings for users too. So if you only want them to be able to do a handful of settings, so you can really reduce what they can do. You can expand the deployment options. It didn't work so great on shared devices before. Now it does, and corporate owned and fully managed devices, it's obviously there as well. So it's an expansion on what they were doing from the managed containers to the managed home screens. A lot more resource reporting. So you can actually get like CPU and RAM data back into Intune, so you can get more visibility into spike scores, how the CPU is looking, how the RAM is looking, is there memory leaks on the application? So you can get more insights into actually the hardware itself now, which if you're trying to come into some device refresh modes, now you can actually well, who is actually suffering? So there's some good information that's now available for you inside Intune here. They've added a lot. This is one thing that they did do a lot this past quarter, and they're continuing to do for Q4, because I've seen some announcements that's already out that came out in the What's New in Intune in October, that they put a lot of emphasis on leveling up what they're doing from Mac and iOS devices. So they were really strong on Windows, obviously, because Microsoft owns Windows, and the complaint was, well, we have Macs in our environment too, so we can't do as much on Windows as we can on Macs. They've changed that. Like, they are really upping their game. These are just some of the ones that are out there. There was more, but these are the ones that I thought were good to put out there. But most things that you would need to do on a Mac, you can do now. So if you had the trepidation on, you weren't quite ready to move to Intune because of how many Macs were out there, I would encourage you to maybe give it another pilot on some Macs and give it a try, because like I said, they've added a lot of applications and a lot of features inside Macs and iOS. If you're using Windows 365, you can actually do a lot of security baselines now. So they're continuously updating on how you can use Intune with the VDI solutions that they have. It's making it truly an endpoint management, no matter if it's a VDI or if it's an actual device itself. So there's a lot of things that they've been adding policy-wise that are deployed out there, and how you can actually do some baselining on your W365 situation that you have out there as well.